Hey guys, Jay here. Welcome to another episode of News from the Noose. I do have to apologize. This is out a lot later than we normally like. It is entirely my fault. Some stuff going on. I wasn't feeling too well yesterday. I kind of put it off Wednesday, so it's all on me. Jerry got his stuff recorded on time, and that's just entirely my fault, so I apologize about that. But we've got some cool stuff to talk about, so let's get right to it. First, Tom Six, the guy who gave us the Human Centipede trilogy, has announced that he's making a new movie. He announced it's going to be more gory, more violent, more messed up than the Human Centipede movies. He also announced it's going to pass the Bechdel test. That's the test that shows if a movie is treating its women protagonists the right way. It's like a feminist test. I don't know really how to explain it, but he says it's going to pass it because the protagonists are all going to be female. So who the hell knows what that means with this guy? The name of the movie is the Onanaya Club. I could be saying that wrong. There's not really any plot details about it, but if it's anything like his Human Centipede movies, it's going to be kind of messed up. Human Centipede is a trilogy of movies about different people sewing other people ass to mouth to make a human centipede. The first one was a German scientist. He captured some people. He did surgery to them to turn them into a human centipede. It was pretty gross. The second one, my personal favorite, is about a guy who watched the first movie and wanted to do it in real life. It gets kind of meta on us. And so he kidnaps people, and without the surgical skill, he does it so it's a little bit more rough. That one's originally shot in black and white. There is a color version of it, but that one's my personal favorite. The third one gets kind of silly. It takes place in a prison, and again, it's a little bit meta with Tom Six showing up to explain how the human centipede is actually surgically possible when done correctly. It's kind of crazy, a little bit silly. But yeah, I'm excited to see what he likes. I like really fucked up movies. If you listen to the podcast, you know that I like really fucked up movies. So we'll see. Let me know what you think. Are you looking forward to it? Do you hate the Human Centipede movies? Do you just want more fucked up cinema? I know I do. But yeah, that's our first piece of news. Next, I kind of want to talk about a movie that I'm really excited for that's coming up in the theaters pretty soon here, June, very early June. I can't remember the exact date. Probably like the first Friday in June, maybe. I don't know. Not June 1st. So June 8th. Yes, that's it. June 8th. It is called Upgrade, and it's more sci-fi than horror, but it looks like it's super gory. It's about a guy who's attacked with his wife. His wife is killed. He's injured. He gets shot in the spine, or they damage his spine some way. He can't walk. A scientist says, hey, I can help you walk again. Puts a little AI chip in his neck that reteaches his spine how to work. It works, but the AI also is like super intelligent and starts helping him solve his wife's murder. It also has the ability to take complete control over his body, thus giving him the ability to defend himself in ways he wouldn't be able to. And it looks kind of crazy. Let me show you a clip from the trailer because I'm just super pumped about it. Take a look at that and we'll be right back.
A computer chip that has the potential to change everything. It's a new, better brain. Oh my God.
I am STEM, the system operating your body for you.
Can anybody else hear you?
No, only you. May I point something out? In the drone surveillance footage, Sir Brantner, Marine Corps, address 414 Citrus, Newground. You'll need a plan.
I got this.
Help!
I need your permission to operate independently.
Permission granted!
Thank you.
What the fuck? Stay down, man. Sam, he's got a knife!
I see that. We have a knife too.
You now have full control again, Gray. There's a gun implanted inside his hand.
Man, you are persistent.
I cannot allow us to be killed. We are going to finish the job we started.
So yeah, that looks awesome. It looks kind of like a RoboCop style murder mystery, super violent. As you can see, really gory. I'm really excited for it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely excited for it. Let me know in the comments. Are you guys looking forward to Upgrade? I sure as hell am. But yeah, that's all I've got for like upcoming theater releases. Now I'm going to send it over to Jerry. He's going to talk about some awesome Godzilla news.
Thanks, Jay. Hey, everyone. It's Jerry. I have a huge piece of Godzilla news. As most of you know, I am a huge Godzilla fan. And this past week, a interview came out with, and I'm sorry, I get to this. This past week, Japanese publication Nikkei Style released an interview with Kenji Oda, Toho's chief Godzilla officer. How do I get that job? Can I be the American version of that? Is that a thing? Who do I have to palm? Do I have to grease to make this happen? Someone let me know. Anyway, let us know that the Godzilla Strategy Council that was launched in 2014, which was made to help decide where they're going to take the Godzilla future, has made some announcements. And there's two big things I want to get at. There were a few other smaller things dealing with Godzilla like licensing. And the biggest takeaway from that kind of stuff is they're going to be a little bit looser with their licensing. So hopefully we'll see more Godzilla stuff, especially here in the West. But the biggest thing is this quote. After 2021, the reason it's 2021 is because that's when they will get the licensing rights back from American Godzilla to do American Godzilla stuff in the West. But don't worry, they're still going to be working nicely with Legendary and all that stuff. Anyway, after 2021, we're thinking of a potential strategy that will release a Godzilla movie uninterrupted at the rate of every 2 years, although there is a preference for a yearly pace as well. Now, that's awesome. That goes back to how they used to do it in the Showa era. Actually, how they've always done it. Anytime they start doing Godzilla movies, they're usually at a 1 to 2 year apart basis. Now, keep in mind the Japanese movie industry works very different than the American one. So, yes, it might seem like, oh my God, they're rushing it to try to put out a Godzilla movie every 2 years. Not the case. Calm down. I saw some fans freaking out about that. No, you need to get a better clue of how the Japanese movie industry works. Godzilla's done that before, and it's been fine. Don't worry, it's not going to make a bunch of like Godzilla versus Megalons. Calm down. So basically, they want to expand the Toho Godzilla franchise into a more Marvel-like universe. Now, they've done a shared universe before with the Showa stuff, but they wanted to do a more Marvel one. What this means is that more kaiju could get separate movies. You could see maybe a return to the Rebirth of Mothra series. You could see Rodan getting his own movie. Maybe they'll tackle bigger ones like King Ghidorah, but maybe they'll also tackle smaller ones, like maybe I can get another Varan movie. Please, can I have another Varan movie? I need another Varan movie. Varan. Anyway, the other big thing that came out of this announcement is dealing with Shin Gojira. So, Shin Godzilla was a huge hit, but instead of thinking of doing the obvious idea of making a Shin Godzilla 2, instead think about a world that can be used for a long time. I'd rather make a world of Godzilla. Now, this has been kind of bouncing back and forth where the people are saying this means there absolutely is no Shin Godzilla 2, or like it's canceled, it's dead in the water, and for the shared universe. I don't think it exactly means that. I think it means that Shin Godzilla 2 is not his main focus of what he wants to do. But that doesn't mean Toho won't come down and say, hey, Shin Godzilla made a lot of money, make it Shin Godzilla 2. And there also could be a fact that Hideaki Anno maybe doesn't want to do a Shin Godzilla 2. Hell, he's still got to go make me the 4th movie in the Evangelion Rebuild series. I'm still waiting on that, buddy. Please hurry with that. So, do you think this means Shin Godzilla 2 is dead in the water? Or do you think that just means that at this current moment, they might focus on some other stuff in the Godzilla world instead of Shin Godzilla 2? Now, me personally, I think Shin Godzilla 2 is absolutely still on the table. I just think it's not going to be the next Japanese-made Godzilla movie. Now, keep in mind, we're really not going to see much Japanese Godzilla until 2020 or 2021 anyway, most likely 2021. But with that said, we still have a lot of Godzilla. We have the second Godzilla animated movie coming out this year, 2019. We'll have Godzilla 2. In 2020, we'll have Godzilla vs. Kong. Plus, somewhere in there will be the third animated Godzilla movie. So we still have a lot of Godzilla coming, and then we have to look forward to more Japanese Godzilla movies coming. So please, Varan, can we make Varan happen? I really would like to see Varan. Also, Titanosaurus should make a comeback. So let me know in the comments how you feel about this return to a shared Godzilla universe like the Showa era. Do you think we could see, do you think they're going to remake their own movies, or are they going to do completely new things? I think this is a wide spectrum we have that we can just sit there and pick apart and theorize and fantasize about, and I'm super excited about it. So with that, back to you, Jay.
Thanks, Jerry. Oh man, I don't love Godzilla as much as Jerry does, but I do like Godzilla, and I'm super excited for all these new movies that we're possibly going to be getting out of Japan. More Godzilla is never a bad thing. I don't have any more like really big news, so I kind of want to go over one of my more recent purchases that I really want to suggest to you guys, and that happens to be the Criterion Night of the Living Dead. So, couple things about this release. This happens to be the only release that you can buy. So, Night of the Living Dead is public domain. Let me start there, meaning anybody can produce it. I can take the file, burn it to a Blu-ray, and sell the Blu-ray legally. However, this version is the only version that will get the original creators, George Romero, the sound guys, any of the actors, all that stuff. This is the only version that will actually put money into their pocket. Criterion worked closely with the original production staff of the movie to work the sound, to create a new 4K transfer. It's on a 2K Blu-ray, but it's a 4K transfer, and it's the only way, it's the best way to watch this movie. It's the best looking, it's the best sounding, and it has the most extra content. So I'm going to get this a little closer to the camera so you can check it out. Oh, and that fell out. Look at the artwork on this thing. It's beautiful. It's got 2 discs. It's got this awesome poster. Let me unfold this and show it to you guys. So it's got this awesome poster. As well as a giant essay you can read on the Night of the Living Dead on the back. Not only is it the best looking, the best sounding version of the movie, and it's the only version of the movie that'll actually put money into the creators' pockets, it is also, or does also have, all kinds of commentaries, all kinds of behind the scenes, trailers, making ofs, and it has the original work print of the Night of Anubis, which is how it was a work print cut that got edited down to get to what we see here. So it's the best way to watch that as well. It was never been released. That has never been released on an actual official release before. So yeah, definitely check that out. You can grab it from Amazon. I know Barnes & Noble sell it. You can get it right from Criterion's website. But Criterion's Night of the Living Dead, highly, highly recommend. Especially if you love the Night of the Living Dead series. But yeah, that's it for that. Now I'm going to send it back over to Jerry, and he's going to talk about some podcasts that you should be listening to. So take it away, Jerry.
Thanks, Jay. So I don't really have any new releases this week for Blu-ray DVD. So what I thought I'd do is I would bring up a couple of things in the community. There are some great podcasts out there, even if you don't listen to Kill the Cast. Here's some podcasts I think you should check out with some very special episodes. So this week, we have the release of episode 39 of Baz v. Horror by the podcast Under the Stairs. What this series is Duncan of Podcast Under the Stairs has been showing his buddy Baz all these horror movies, and they've been doing it for a while now, so it's a great journey to go through. But he's finally tackling Clive Barker. They are doing Hellraiser, Nightbreed, and Lord of Illusions. So definitely check that episode out. You can pretty much Google Podcast Under the Stairs and it'll show up everywhere. Fantastic, fantastic podcast. Also, we had the episode 136 of the 22 Shots of Moods in Horror where they do their top 10 of 1976 featuring Brandon and Christian of the Exploding Heads. Unfortunately, Dave couldn't make this one, so it's just going to be Moods, JP, Jeremy, Christian, and Brandon as they go through their top 10 of 1976, talk about what was disappointing, what was surprises, hidden gems. It's a fantastic run through of the year of 1976, and they're all great personalities, so definitely go check that out. And then last but not least is something upcoming, and it's a podcast but also a YouTube show. So here we go. House of Wax is Ricky Morgan of Hell Ming and Short Bus Cinema, two fantastic podcasts, bringing you a video form of movie reviews and other stuff, most likely. In fact, it's not even out yet into the public. Unless you're in the House of Wax Facebook group, you haven't been able to really see anything. But for those who are in the group, we got to see episode 2, which is him covering Lucio Fulci's Zombie. And man, it is awesome. It's a 36-minute long video of great production. It's scripted very well. His jokes hit fantastic. Ricky is a wonderful personality, and it was an absolute blast to watch. And I can't wait to see what else he does with House of Wax. The House of Wax YouTube channel should be up in public hopefully in the next 2 weeks. So just keep an eye on it. You can find 22 Shots of Moods and Horror, the podcast Under the Stairs, and House of Wax all on Facebook and YouTube and all kinds of places. So definitely hit some Google, check all that out, and hopefully next week I'll have some Blu-ray and DVD announcements for you. Also, I got my Bloodthirsty trilogy in. It looks fantastic. I watched the first movie. It did not get the big treatment like Bourbon Crystal Plumage. It's just a slipcase, but it does come with a small booklet in it. It does have the original trailers, and it did have a small special feature of this really interesting guy talking about horror in Japanese cinema. That's pretty neat. But you mostly come from the movies, and if you like Hammer-style horror and you want to see how the Japanese would have done it, definitely check it out. The picture quality is amazing. The audio quality is awesome. The subtitles are on spot. So with that, I am going to get out of here. Thank you for watching News from the Noose. And I guess at this point, I will hand it back to Jay, and I'll see y'all next episode.
All right. Good suggestions all around. Definitely check some of those guys out if you're not already. And yeah, so last thing I want to do before I get out of here is I don't have any recommendations for streaming specifically. I do, however, have a recommendation for a streaming service combo that I feel like all the horror fans should be using. So, Amazon Prime, Shudder. Everything I've looked at for streaming legitimately, not using Kodi or hacked Fire Sticks or any of that other stuff, Amazon Prime and Shudder combined are amazing. Amazon Prime has a lot of Arrow Video releases that you can stream, and Shudder has a whole slew of old and new content and some exclusive stuff. So I made a little video. I'm going to show you now some of the stuff you can check out on there and why I think it's the best combo. So go ahead and check that out. So as you can see, there is a ton of stuff to choose from. We've got classics like Wishmaster, The Crow, Ring, See No Evil 2. There's all kinds of stuff to choose from. Old, new, indie, Hollywood, just everything you can think of. And not being seen here, some that I actually watched recently. There's a ton of the stuff that Arrow Video puts out. I watched Chopping Mall recently. I watched The Mutilator. All those 80s and 70s movies, just look, so much stuff. So Turbo Kid, I suggested that on one of the recent episodes. Green Room, I think I suggested that one as well. There's all kinds of stuff on just the plain Amazon to choose from that you could just spend days going through their catalog of stuff. And there's stuff on here for everybody. Gore, slashers, haunted movies, classic movies, just tons of stuff. And then if you add Shudder, as you can see, there's even more stuff to choose from. Anything you see with a Prime tag on it is available on Amazon Prime without Shudder. Anything without, you have to have Shudder to watch. The add-on is cheap. It's like an extra $5, $7, I think. But as you can see, there's a little bit of crossover, but tons and tons of stuff that is not available on regular Prime. So that's why I firmly believe that Amazon Prime mixed with Shudder is the best streaming options for horror fans. You get the biggest selection of stuff. There's some documentaries. Just saw Tales from Crystal Lake, or whichever it's called. Mayhem, that's fairly new. Classics like It. But this is the best combination, in my opinion, for horror fans. There's tons of stuff for everyone. So yeah, that's why I feel like Amazon Prime and Shudder are the best streaming services to watch horror movies legitimately. Yeah. So that's it. That's our show for this week, guys. Again, I'm really sorry it's late. That's entirely on me. I will do better about getting it out on time. Usually Wednesday, Thursday is what we're shooting for. So as always, we're going to kick out of here with a little piece of trivia. I've chosen something from Godzilla since I'm wearing a Godzilla shirt, and Jerry gave us some awesome Godzilla news. Godzilla's famous roar was made by rubbing a leather glove on the string of a bass violin. That's it. That's our trivia for this week, or our fact. Sorry, our horror fact. Pretty cool, in my opinion. Short and sweet. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. That way you can get updates when these new episodes drop. And our channel has way more than this stuff. We have our new show. We have reviews. Sometimes we do unboxing videos. We put our episodes of our podcast up there if this is your preferred way to listen to it. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I love you, and I'll talk to you again soon.